Hi, this is Vladislav again, and our topic today will be effectiveness in Illustrator. It means to do your work quickly and with the best quality. Most importantly, you should make your workspace more optimized and comfortable. And first of all, we'll look into a toolbar. All designers are divided into two categories. The first one needs every possible tool on the screen, and the second requires the most used tools only. I belong to the first category, so if you want to be like me, you can press a window menu, then find Toolbars and check Advanced. If it's already chosen, you have all the tools of Illustrator on your toolbar, but not on your screen. Some tools can be combined into groups, and you can see it as a small white triangle in the bottom right corner of a tool icon. In order to open a group of tools, you should right-click an icon. To satisfy a second category of designers, we'll find a three dots button at the bottom of a toolbar. Tools you see in midtones are already on your toolbar. Tools you can add are brighter, so you can drag them to the toolbar or pull it out. Panels on the right of the application can be found and switched in the menu window. If you find the panel's name and it's already chosen, it means that the panel is already on your screen. If not, click the name and you will switch it on. And the panel can be expanded and collapsed into an icon. Also, we can change its size by dragging its corner, as well as change the panel's position by dragging an icon. So, this is how you make your workspace more efficient. You can even save different workspaces for different tasks and change them anytime you like, right here. Next thing is the navigation through your illustration. For more accurate work, you can zoom in or zoom out your artwork. And of course, you can use a zoom tool, clicking or dragging right to zoom in. And you can click while holding an Alt key or drag left to zoom out. But holding an Alt key and scrolling a mouse wheel up to zoom in or scrolling it down to zoom out is much easier. There are a few more ways to zoom, and all of them are in the menu View. Zoom in, zoom out, fit artboard in window, and fit all in window. And here you can see shortcuts for these commands. And the last way to zoom, or better to say, fit artboard in window, we can do by double-clicking the Hand tool. This one is also to navigate your illustration, but there is no need to activate it. You can either hold pressed spacebar or hold pressed mouse wheel. So there is a way to move through your illustration without zooming in or out. Next we'll look into the rulers. They are at the top and the left side of the document window. If you don't have them, you'll find them in a View menu, Rulers, Show Rulers, or Ctrl-R. Why do we need them? First of all, to realize sizes and scales. And here you'll find out how to change units. In general, you can change units in the Edit menu, Preferences, Units. And at the top of this window, you can change units in general, stroke and type. Another way is to right-click at the ruler and change the unit, but keep in mind that you change the unit of these rulers only. Second thing in using rulers is that you can make guides by dragging them out of rulers. Guides are lines which are very useful to define a place to locate a few objects aligned to one side. Or to define an area to place important objects that shouldn't be cut. To place a line guide, you should drag it from the ruler, horizontal for horizontal guide and vertical for vertical one. Object guide also can be done. To do that, you should draw an object and press View menu, Guides, Make Guides, or Ctrl 5. In case you need an object again in the same menu, you should press Release Guides. Other commands in this menu can block or unblock guides, hide or unhide guides, or delete guides from the entire document. To delete line guides, you can also drag them back to rulers, or you can select them with the Select tool and press a Delete key. But this method works only if guides are not blocked. Next level of guides are Smart Guides. They are activated by default, but if they are not, you can press View, Smart Guides, or Ctrl U. Smart Guides are temporarily shown purple lines which can give us a clue to an action we're doing. For instance, when drawing a rectangle, we can find out that both dimensions of our objects are equal. Or that our object has aligned to some other object on the illustration or an artboard in general. Or when you duplicate an object, you can see that the distance is equal to some other distances, and a lot of other things. Very useful, isn't it? So, despite the fact that today we didn't get a visible result, but still simplified our work in Adobe Illustrator, we learned to customize the look of the program, navigate through the document, mark important areas of the document, and other things. Next time, we'll discover different kinds of objects we can make in Illustrator, and we'll create an interesting illustration. See you!